I have to tell you what happened to our team over the last 3 months. We built our entire platform from scratch. Full website migration, 10 courses, 12 pro workshops, every sales page, every checkout flow, kind of project that normally needs a 10-person team, the kind that costs north of $50,000 and takes 6 months. I did it by myself with Claude Code and some help from my team. That's not a story about being efficient. That's a signal, and most people haven't stopped to register what it means yet. There is life before Claude Code, and then there's life after Claude Code. I know that sounds like something somebody says right before they try to sell you something, but stick with me. More has shifted in the last 2 to 3 months in AI than in everything before it combined. If you used AI last year, ran some prompts, thought, this is neat, but not life-changing, you were playing with the old version. What's possible right now would have sounded like fiction 6 months ago. I'm Jeff Sauer, 20 years in digital marketing, built and sold an 8-figure agency. Right now, I'm running multiple businesses with a team of 6. Now, every one of us is powered by Claude. We're not experimenting. We built an entire operating system on it. Now, I've hit the usage cap twice this week and had to ration my tokens to avoid the weekly limit. So if you're new here and this is your kind of content, hit subscribe. By the end of this video, you're going to understand what an AI operating system is. Not a chatbot you check in on, a real team-wide system. One where every person working with you becomes superhuman, and you're gonna wanna build one yourself. Here's what I want to address first, because I know exactly what some of you are thinking. Jeff, I tried ChatGPT, I tried Gemini. I spent a weekend playing with AI tools and the output was mediocre. Why is this different? Well, that reaction is completely reasonable, and honestly, you were right. Not because AI was bad, but because the way most people were using it was fundamentally limited, and the capabilities have really expanded only recently. You'd open up a chat window back in the day, type a question, get an answer, copy it somewhere, do something with it. That's not a system, that's a slightly smarter search engine. What changed is the move from AI as a tool to AI as an agent. An agent doesn't wait for instructions on every single step. You describe a goal, you give it context, and it works. It reads files, it writes code, it executes tasks. It comes back when it needs a decision and keeps going when it doesn't. The specific thing that flipped everything for me was Claude Code, of course. And I want to be precise here because the name is a little misleading. You don't have to be a developer to use Claude Code. I'm not a developer. Now I have a technical background, but I am not writing Python from scratch. What Claude Code does is give you a collaborator that holds an entire project in its head and works through it with you step by step. Now back to the migration I mentioned at the top. Our team has been putting off a full platform rebuild for 2 years. 2 years, because every time we scoped it out, the answer was 6 months, significant budget, coordination nightmare. So it kept getting pushed. Now I started the migration with Claude Code on a Tuesday, and I had a working prototype and the new structure by Thursday. Not perfect, not done, but working. And I understood every piece of it. And that's what nobody's talking about yet. It's not just the speed, it's the understanding. Because I was in on every decision. I could course correct in real time. No waiting for a developer to interpret my notes. No losing 3 days because somebody built the wrong thing. Now I want to step back for a second because I think people are measuring AI impact wrong. Everybody's asking, how much time does AI save me? That's the wrong question. The right question is, what did you build last quarter that you couldn't have built without it? For us, the answer this quarter is a fully rebuilt platform, 2 new product lines, a custom client reporting system, and an internal knowledge base our whole team uses every day. None of that existed 4 months ago, and none of it would have been possible with our current team size without an AI layer underneath everything. That's not just time savings, that's a completely different ceiling for our business. Okay, so I keep on using this phrase, AI operating system. And I want to actually define it because it's not just a cool sounding thing that I made up. An operating system is the layer that makes everything else run. Your laptop has one. You don't need to think about it, but every application you use sits on top of it. It's the foundation. Most businesses don't have one. They have a collection of apps. Project management here, CRM there, Docs somewhere else, Slack, email, spreadsheets. 3 tools that technically do the same thing, but nobody wants to admit that. An AI operating system is what happens when you put Claude or whatever model gives you this level of capability at the center of the stack and build your actual workflows around it. Not, here's Claude, use it when you feel like it. Structure, rules, context, repeatable outputs. Let me show you what this looks like in practice. Now we run ours on 4 layers and I'll walk you through each one. Layer 1 is what I call the knowledge base. This is everything Claude needs to know about your business before it starts working on anything. Brand voice, audience, product positioning, how we communicate, what we will and won't do, past decisions, and why we made them. It lives in a Claude project, and every single person on my team has the ability to install this into their Claude proactively. So when somebody asks Claude to write a sales email, it already knows our voice. It already knows our customer. It already knows what we've tested and what bombed. You're not starting from zero with every conversation. And that's a massive, massive deal. Layer 2 is specialized agents. Different tasks need different configurations. The Claude I use for content strategy is set up differently than the one that we use for market research. Different context, different instructions, different outputs. Think of it like having specialists instead of one generalist who's decent at everything. We have agents for content, for data analysis, for customer research, for internal documentation and code, which is where Claude Code lives. Each one is dialed in for its job. Layer 3 is human checkpoints. And I want to be honest here because I see people talk about AI like the whole point is to remove humans from the process. That's not what we're doing. The checkpoints are where a human reviews, approves, redirects, or catches something that the AI got wrong. Because it will get things wrong. Not constantly, but it will. Now, the operating system is designed so those moments are caught before they become problems. And layer 4 is memory and iteration. When something works, we document it. When something fails, we document that too. The system gets smarter because we feed it what we learn. 6 months from now, our setup will look completely different, not because the tools changed, but because we kept building. Quick question for the comments. Where are you right now with AI? Daily, occasionally, or still figuring out where it fits? And if you want the actual templates we use to build the system, drop Academy in the comments and we'll get you the details. Here's where this matters more than using AI more. When you have a system like this, individual skill ceilings, they stop being the limiting factor. I have a team member who's great at strategy, but not very technical. Well, she built our entire CRM and sales pipeline using Claude Code, designed it, spec'd it, had Claude execute it. And she understood every piece of it because she was in on every decision. That's a story about her doing something she's literally could not have done before and doing it in like 2 days. The people who figure this out first are going to have a gap on their competition that is very hard to close later. Not because of the tools, because of the repetitions. Every week you spend building out your system is a week of learning that compounds. Now let me show you what this looks like when it's actually running. Not hypothetically, here's what actually happened. Platform migration, done in 11 days. One person, no agency, no developer on retainer. The last time we scoped that project, it was north of $50,000 and a 6-month timeline. New product line, course built, sales page written, checkout flow live, 12 days from concept to the first sale. That used to be a 6-week project minimum for us. Custom CRM and sales pipeline, built in under a week by somebody on my team who had never touched a development environment before in her life. Internal knowledge base that cut our onboarding time from months to days, built in parallel with everything else. It's been running since February. Now, I'm not listing these to impress you. I'm listing them because I want you to feel the gap. We're 6 people. No engineering budget, no technical co-founder. We have a system and we have repetition. And we're outpacing organizations with 10x our headcount on execution speed. That gap is going to get wider, not smaller. The teams building this now are going to look back in 2 years and struggle to explain to people what it felt like before. I can't walk you through how to build yours in this particular video, but that's what MeasureU's Academy is for, and I'll get to that in a second. But the system exists, it works, and the window to be early is shorter than most people realize. Here's the thing I didn't expect when we started building this. I thought it was going to make me faster, and it did. But that's almost beside the point now. What actually happened is every single person on the team got a version of the system calibrated to their own job. Every person on the team can help us produce content because the system holds our editorial calendar, our voice, everything we've published. Nobody briefs Claude from scratch anymore. They walk in and it already knows the context. Same for our measurement team. Same for handling client work. The result is that a 6-person team is executing at a level that used to require a much bigger organization. Not because anybody's working harder, because the system carries context that used to live in somebody's head or get lost between tools. And when somebody's out of the office, the system doesn't go with them. The knowledge stays. That's the piece that's hard to explain until you felt it. The bus factor. How many people have to get hit by a bus before the whole thing falls apart? That number goes way up when the operating system holds the institutional knowledge instead of 3 people's inboxes. We're not special. We don't have unusual talent density. We just built the system before most teams were taking it seriously. That's the whole advantage. So here's where I land on all of this. AI isn't a productivity hack. It's not a prompt library. It's not something you sprinkle on top of the way you already work and expect different results. It's a structural decision. The teams winning right now made that decision early. They stopped asking, what can AI do for me today? And they started asking, what would my business look like if this was built into everything? That's the question that the MeasureU Academy is built around. It's skills and training on using measurement and AI to make your work and your business more efficient. Practically, not theoretically. $49 a month. Link is in the description. If you dropped Academy in the comments, I'll get you the link. Good place to start before anything else. And the next video I'd watch after this one is right here. It's called I Typed 3 Words into Claude, Audited My Entire GA4 Account, and it shows Claude Code doing exactly what I've been describing in real time, start to finish. And I'll see you there.